Oh my word, what a year 1984 was for movies. This could quite possibly be the best ever year for movie releases. There's a lot of movies in here that are very good, classics, and still going strong today. This one is going to be a tough one. But which movies made my top 5? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Carl. Yes, the hair is back. It's all sorted now.
Why are we laughing?
Today's video is Back to the Movies 1984, and what a year 1984 was for movie releases. This is a series I started beginning with the year 1980, where I talk about the top 5 movies of each year, going right the way through the years, right up to the present year. Also, what was the #1 toy for that particular year as well. If you're here on my channel for the very first time, please consider subscribing and pressing that notification bell if you can. Thank you so much. Okay, let's begin. The year is 1984. British coal miners begin their strike to protest against the closure of mines under Margaret Thatcher's government, and the strike lasts for 1 whole year. Now, who remembers the Fonz? Remember Fonzie? Well, American family sitcom Happy Days gets cancelled after 11 seasons. But what was the #1 toy for 1984? Well, this one was probably for the boys. I know I did have a couple of them, and it was in fact Transformers. This is certainly a year I did struggle with for all the right reasons, because we are talking some big blockbuster movies, and some of these movies didn't even make it to my honourable mentions list. But I do have a couple of honourable mentions. These are movies that are worth a mention, that were good, but didn't make it into my top 5 list. The first one is the comedy Police Academy. They went on to make 7 of these movies. And my last honourable mention, this goes to show how strong my top 5 list is for this year. This is a classic. It's still going strong today. A very good movie. It's a blockbuster. I don't know how it didn't make my top 5 list. Gremlins. This is a story about a young man that breaks 3 very important rules about looking after his very cute pet, which he's called Gizmo. That's my honourable mentions out the way. Please do remember, this isn't the right list. It's just a little bit of fun, just my personal opinion. Please do get involved in the comments down below. For this video, I'd love to know, what are your own personal top 3 movies for the year 1984. Do get involved. I'd love to read them. I will get back to you. Okay, let's start this list at number 5. I decided to go with a cop movie that had a brilliant soundtrack. Eddie Murphy stars as Axel Foley, Beverly Hills Cop. The story is about a rebellious Detroit police detective called Axel Foley, who's, after his friend is murdered, he follows the leads to Beverly Hills. Well, let's just say things are a little different there.
Cover me. Police! You're all under arrest! You do that again, I'll shoot you myself.
Number 4, an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that could quite possibly be his best movie, The Terminator. This is a story about a deadly killing machine that's sent from the future back in time to kill a young woman called Sarah Connor, whose unborn child is the key to humanity's future salvation.
I'm here to help you. I'm Reese, DN 38416, assigned to protect you. You've been targeted for termination.
Why does it want me? Why me?
Number 3. 3, a brilliant movie. I still remember watching this movie for the very first time with my parents on VHS. I've gone with The Karate Kid. This is a story about a young teenager called Daniel LaRusso who's getting bullied, and a martial arts master called Mr. Miyagi agrees to teach him karate. Who remembers this one? Wax on, wax off. A very good movie, definitely worth checking out the new seasons of Cobra Kai if you can, because it's the original cast all grown up.
Is that your address? You got it.
But that only angered the wrong guy.
Cedar Oaks Country Club at 9:30. Definitely. You gotta be nuts.
And his troubles really began.
You had to push it. Now you're gonna pay.
Then, in one man, he found a teacher
I promise, teach karate.
and a friend.
Fighting always last answer.
Number 2, a movie directed by Steven Spielberg. Any ideas? You probably got this one. It had a brilliant bridge scene that I really did like in this one. Stars Harrison Ford, of course, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
From Steven Spielberg and George Lucas. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
You don't believe me. You will, Dr. Jones.
Number 1. Any ideas what this movie could be? I remember back in 1984, being a young 10-year-old, the whole world seemed to go crazy for this one movie. Not so much these days when we've had a recent release of a certain movie. Little clue there. But we had the merchandise, we had the games, it was everywhere. A brilliant soundtrack as well. It's no surprise that this was the biggest grossing movie for 1984. Any ideas? Of course, I'm talking Ghostbusters. Still going strong today, and of course we have just recently had Ghostbusters Afterlife released at the cinema, which has introduced Ghostbusters to a whole new generation of young people, which is so good to see. I really do hope they make more of these movies.
Ghosts.
Hello, Ghostbusters.
They're real.
You do? You have?
They're here.
So my number 1 choice for the year 1984 is Ghostbusters. Do you agree? Get involved in those comments. I would love to know for this video, what are your own personal top 3 movies for the year 1984? I would love to know. I'd love to read them. I will get back to you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch Back to the Movies 1984. If you like this video, please do give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe if you can, because it really does help this channel out. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.